You got to do us a favour. Need a bigger round of applause than that. Ready? Go! Come on! It just makes us feel special. We've only been in Mumbai for a day and a half, and what an experience. It is such a melting pot. And even, we were in the car for how long? 3 hours round trip. We've discovered your traffic. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. But what we've seen on the side of the road is amazing as well. So it's incredible stuff. We went to a good restaurant last night.
We did.
Som, which was a vegetarian restaurant. Had lots of little things like dosa. We had these wonderful little desserts. I can't remember the name. Yeah, but we also had it began with Malpua. Oh my goodness. I'm just going to put on more weight if I keep eating those.
Yesterday when we got here in the afternoon, I put the TV on and there was MasterChef All Stars. And I was sort of like, wow, this is really weird and random. But it's amazing to see how many of you love the show. It's a wonderful show that we spend a lot of time making throughout the year and we're very proud of.
And what the difference is between really great hospitality, really great restaurants, really great food is that passion behind it. You know, you can train to be a chef, you can train to be a waiter, a barman, a manager, but if you don't love it, then you're never going to really put up beautiful food. And the big thing we found with the show is that when you take that passion, when you take that love, when they're driven by learning something new, they can actually be much better than chefs that have trained for 10 years, 15 years, who just go to work and do a job. The other thing you might want to know is that once upon a time, George used to be my apprentice. Did you know that? So
I had more hair then.
He was 17, had lots of black hair, you know. Now it's on his back, yeah. Because, you know, that's how it is. George was always going to be a little star. You know, he was always going to be good at what he did because he was driven, he loved what he did, he always spent extra hours in the kitchen, always asked questions. And then the funny thing is now he's better than I am. So, if you work hard and do well in your career, imagine what you can do. 7 restaurants now?
Yeah.
I've only got 2. What's going on? Huh?
You guys pay a lot of emphasis on retaining the original flavors of the ingredients. Whereas in our country, the Indian cooking is all about, you know, the dominant flavors are the curries and spices and hardly the ingredients.
What's nice about 3 of us, we don't really argue much when we try food because we love it so much. When it's great, it's great. It doesn't matter about, we do sort of focus on, you know, product and produce, but if it tastes good, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's been plenty of times where I've been convinced about a dish where I've looked at it and gone, oh, and then eaten it and gone, oh, wow, that is absolutely amazing.
I think what you've got to bear in mind, particularly in Australia, a lot of the Australian Indian food is pretty limited, to be perfectly honest. A lot of it is Bangladeshi food from a wave of immigration that happened probably in the 60s and 70s. I might be wrong. Don't quote me on that. So it's very narrow band that we're exposed to. So we don't see a lot of really beautiful South Indian food or regional food. And I think there's a wonderful opportunity for professionals in India to be able to exploit our love of food and vice versa. I think what, in all honesty, as a chef, I think what cultures like India find difficult to do is get beyond sometimes, in terms of the world stage, the tradition that they're bound by.
Yes.
So you've got traditional dishes that you want always to stay the same, but in reality on a world stage, chefs have to try and take that up at different levels.
I believe strongly in country cooking, in classic recipes and holding on to them rather than changing them and modernizing them, you know. Maybe they can be modernized and given a different name, but keep those recipes, otherwise they'll disappear somewhere.
In society, you're always going to have a band of restaurants, a band of street stalls that always do that wonderful food, and then at the top, it's like a car manufacturer like Porsche or Mercedes that's driving the innovation, and eventually some of that innovation trickles down into what you're talking about, and it improves it for the better.
Junior MasterChef Season 2 is going to come soon in India. What has been your experience with the Junior Gods of Food?
They have this affection and love for food because it's been passed down. And I think that's the lesson, really, Junior MasterChef, that's the lesson to everyone, is that it starts from the home. And off camera, we play games with them, you know, kick the football around. We have Gary, you know, and they try and stick lots of chili in things, and not tell me. So just to see my reaction. Oh, it's fun. It's just,
Are y'all, either of y'all, having any plans to bring your restaurants to India to showcase the Australian food?
I struggle running my two restaurants and having a television career and writing books. It's I'm 46 now. I want to start slowing down a little bit. But now I've been here, and I love Indian food. It's one of my favourite cuisines. And I'm not just saying that, I love it. You know. And if you watch me on the show, I'm a big supporter of anybody that cooks anything, particularly South Asian cuisine. I love it. And I love South Indian food particularly. So now I'm visiting, now I'm coming back, but maybe just hold that.